Mayfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common.
Well, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Mel Renfro, the Hall of Famer. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Sue. I got it.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Cunningham. Flush to his right. That's complete to John Ross. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second down, here's Cunningham, eluding the pressure right. He finds his target, John Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. John Brown, 36 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To try again after the sack. Mayfield, he's going to look deep for more. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Running for it, here's Peterson. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. A quick throw now complete to Ross. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A play fake. Now Cunningham on the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable. On 3rd and 2, Cunningham looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about going to want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Anthony Harris on the tackle. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Aaron Donald able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a give to Peterson running right. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they are silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At the Packers' 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Cunningham. It's caught by Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yarded. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the 1st. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here's Ray Guy now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now here's Ross.